I said, what's the problem? She said, I went to Chanel, I tried on a couple jackets, and then she gets the bill. They were like $6,500 each. But I said, no, this is not the time to be spending that kind of money on clothes and all this stuff. She says, don't worry, it's the magic jacket. I'm like, what the heck is a magic jacket? From that purchase, they invited us to a private high jewelry event party. You know, half the cast of Sex and the City were there, a lot of very wealthy clients were there. So we met them, which came to a referral, to another referral. So from that magic jacket, I think we did about 60 million in closings over a period of time. I was wrong, and the magic jacket did more than pay for itself.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Glennda Baker, and I am a real estate agent in Atlanta, Georgia, and this is Glenda's Guru. And I am so excited right about this very second because I have my dear friend Christophe Choo, the king of Beverly Hills, with us. I could not be more excited. I have to say, I'm a little bit spoiled because I get to see you quite often.
I love that.
At different conferences. But Christophe, thank you so much for being here with me and joining me on Glenda's Gurus.
Well, I'm so excited to be here, and I'm very honored to be on your Guru podcast, and thrilled and honored. And yeah, you and I go back, and I adore you and just amazed at what you do, and I'm always in awe of you and the glamorous, gorgeous Glennda Baker.
You are too sweet. So, Christophe, for somebody who may not know you, give us the spiel on Christophe Choo.
All right. So I've been in the business now for 33 years. I started at 18 years old. Initially, I started selling regular homes in those days, 150,000, 250,000, 300,000 was kind of like my average price at that time. I always had a dream and a vision to sell luxury and be part of the luxury world. So I made a plan, and I little by little started going there, and became a luxury agent here in Beverly Hills probably about 20 some years ago. I'm now finally in the right element and place where I need to be to flourish, and I've been doing it for 33 years. I love what I do. It's been my whole adult life, and so it's wonderful to be in a business where I have the opportunity to help people each and every day get through some hard times, get through joyous times in their life, and be part of that process of one of the most important things in their life is their homes, right, or investments. So that's kind of the short end of the stick. And basically, I'm in Beverly Hills, but we're kind of like an island in Los Angeles. So we're a little island of Beverly Hills with the city around us. So I sell most of the west side areas of Los Angeles.
So, Christophe, you had a vision that you wanted to be a luxury agent.
Yes.
And you're uber luxury. I mean, you're very, very luxury in Beverly Hills. What was it that changed? How did you make that change?
Well, the mindset was always there. The mindset and the desire to be part of that world, even though I didn't come from a wealthy family. I just wanted that lifestyle. And so starting at a very young age, when I had 3, 4, or 5 jobs, I would have these 5 jobs so I could go to the best restaurants to eat. I would ditch school and go to Ma Maison, for example, once I had my car, and spend $200-300 on lunch, which was my whole paycheck from the week from work, right? So and then when I was selling lower end houses in a different office about 5 miles east, I was a big fish in the little sea. I was doing very well, one of the top agents. But at that time, the highest price point was about 1.5-2 million in Hancock Park, whereas in Beverly Hills, I think at the time it was maybe 25 million. So I thought I've got to be the small fish in the big sea. So I've been in coaching for a long time, and I was at a coaching event with Tom's father, Mike, actually, a management retreat because I was a training director, and the assistant manager, she said, why didn't you ever come to work in Beverly Hills? And I said, I've always wanted to, but I never did anything about it. And Betty Graham was the manager of the Beverly Hills office at that time. So she said, why don't you come and interview? So I went to meet her after the conference. She said, why don't you join the office? And I packed my bags and moved here. So I was physically then here, but I'd already kind of started building that life of being around luxury and the traveling and the jewelry and the shopping. And those 3 key elements of my networking is what helped me start getting the clients, now that I was in the right place, that I could do business with here in Beverly Hills, et cetera. So that's kind of how it progressed, going from lower end to higher end, and it's been a step-by-step process over a long time.
Wow. So I remember So you and we've had some amazing meals together.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't, I don't think we've ever had a bad meal. You and
never.
we share the love of amazing food. But I think I remember you telling me a story about a Prada jacket. Do you
The
remember
magic
that?
Chanel jacket.
Oh,
Yes,
Chanel,
yes.
the magic Chanel jacket. And you talked a little bit about that maybe Gabrielle bought this very expensive jacket or something. Will you share that?
Yes, it's a funny story, and I've told it many times. So, this was a time in the market where the market was really kind of rough in LA. And Gabrielle loved Chanel, so she went to Chanel and she called me up and says, uh, "I've got a little bit of a problem." I said, "What's the problem?" She says, "I went to Chanel. I tried on a couple jackets. I like them both. So I'm just talking to the girl and talking about alterations. She thought the price was like 4,500 for the jackets. She didn't pay attention, so they start taking off the sleeves and start doing whatever they're doing. And then she gets the bill. They were like $6,500 each, but they were already taken down. The sleeves. This is like 14, 15 years ago. And I was like, okay. I said, what are we going to do? She said, well, nothing. We can't take it back. I said, no, this is not the time to be spending that kind of money on clothes and all this stuff. She says, don't worry. It's the magic jacket. And you've met Gabrielle. So, the magic, I'm like, what the heck is a magic jacket? She says, don't worry. It's going to all be fine. I'm like, okay. I'm just, it's already torn up and done. So from that purchase, we being customers at Chanel for a while, they invited us to a private high jewelry event party. This is the time where what was that show? Sex in the City was big at that time. So they had a private dinner party for about 150 people at our friend's home in Beverly Hills. They tented the tennis court, built a room on the tennis court for this party, and half the cast of Sex in the City were there. A lot of very wealthy clients were there. We were sat at a table with a couple with their two daughters, and the couple bought their daughters each a $1.2 million necklace that night. Okay, so we met them, which came to a referral, to another referral. So from that magic jacket, I think we did about 60 million in closings over a period of time. So she was right, I was wrong, and the magic jacket did more than pay for itself.
Well, Christophe, you bring up a really interesting fact, and that is putting yourself in the position or in the place where luxury buyers and sellers are.
Yes, yes.
And being a part of that community. You talk about shopping and dining and travel, and you really have made a business model out of your social circle.
Absolutely, yeah. And one of my biggest client sources over the years is on our honeymoon cruise 30 years ago. We went to a week in Rome and then a 2-week cruise in the Mediterranean, and then I think 4 or 5 days in Monte Carlo. So on this crystal cruise, which was a quarter of my annual income for that trip. But yeah, it was a quarter of my gross income, not my net, my gross income. But in my mind, I thought, spending this. First of all, I thought, okay, it's a 3-week, 4-week trip. I don't mind working all year long, busting my butt off to live that life. And I thought, to me, that's the real world. The cruise, and that's the real world. The day-to-day work is kind of like, it's like a game in a way. So we were on the one of the days at sea. We're sitting on the deck by the pool. Couple sitting next to us. We start chit chatting. They happen to be from Beverly Hills, like the only other couple from Beverly Hills, right? Started talking and became friends. And they maybe a few months after we got back to LA gave me a referral. And from that one referral, I made $2.2 million in 30 years because that one referral went to this one, to that one, to this one, to that one. So far, my biggest sources of the super high-end clients is from spending money and being in the right places at the right time. Because I believe people that are wealthy in the high end, and our high end starts at around 5 million. It's really 10 million plus, but people want to work with people that are like them.
Right.
If they see you supporting the same charities, if they see you at the same, you could be in Paris at a hotel, you see someone from LA or on a cruise ship, or at a special party or event in Beverly Hills at Louis Vuitton or Chanel or Hermes, and they see you over all the time, and they see your friends with their friends. And they're like, oh, well, when I sell my house for 10 million or 5 million or 20 million, he knows other people like us, so he will have the buyers for our house. So absolutely, you gotta be the part, play the part, live the part, and make sure you're there so people can find you, number one. Number two, want to work with you.
That's amazing. So, Christophe, and you go into your office. You're in your office right now, correct?
Correct. I come in every single day.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you and we're in the real estate industry where, the rage right now is virtual brokerages, cloud-based brokerages. And what do you say about the importance of being in the office, the physical office?
Well, as an example, I'm in the office every single day of the year, and even Christmas and holidays, I live 5 minutes away, so I come in the morning for a couple hours on Christmas Day or New Year's Day or whatever. But as one example, being in the office, when I got from the cruise ship, I met several people, one client. So I remember it was a Friday afternoon around 3:30. I get a random phone call, two guys like, here, we're in LA, we're referred to you by so-and-so. We want to buy 2 houses for around $5 million. This is about 12 years ago. And I said, great, what's your names? Who referred you? So-and-so. I said, can we meet? I said, sure, let's set up a time. Well, we're actually across the street from your office. Can we come up? I said, sure. So they came up, we met. That was on a Friday afternoon. They wanted to buy 2 houses. I said, nope, you should buy 1 house. There was 1 house I had in mind for them. It was $10 million. And I asked for proof of funds and got proof of funds on Monday, showed them the house Monday, and we sold the house and closed on Friday, 5-day escrow, all cash. But I was here for the opportunity. So, and I just took it. I didn't know them, but I thought, well, I didn't have any appointment at that moment, so I met them, and now, we've done 4 deals together, close to 56 million from that one client over now 13, 14 years. From being at the office.
Yeah, just being in the office and being prepared, knowing the inventory, because it sounds like that when they told you what they wanted, you already knew in your head. And I would assume in your Beverly Hills bubble, I would be willing to bet just about anything that you know every house.
Pretty much. I mean, not everything, but I'm pretty good with that, yeah. And we still have Caravan here in Beverly Hills where every Tuesday for 3 hours we go look at houses. So I try to make it a point to go out every Tuesday and see as many houses as I can. Like this Tuesday, I'd say out of the 15 I initially chose, 5 or 6 I had seen before, whether it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And unless it's been remodeled, I kind of know the house, right? So yeah, it's important. And I remember years ago when I first moved to Beverly Hills, I would go out on Caravan and look at all the expensive houses. And one of my friends who was in real estate, she was been in the business a long time. She'd come with me on Caravan as like a companion, right? And she'd say to me, I remember one time she said, why are you wasting your time looking at all these $5, $10, $15 million houses? You don't have those buyers. And I said to her, I don't now, but if I do tomorrow, I know exactly what to show them. And that's what happened. I remember I got a call from a friend of ours that wanted to sell his house. This is 16 years ago. And it was a $30 million listing, which was the highest price property in the entire area at that time. And when I went on the presentation, I knew every single house that was in his area that had been listed had been sold because I went on Caravans, I went to the private events for those big houses, and I just knew them in and out. So I knew what the house was worth, I knew what to do, and luck is preparation when the opportunities come your way, but you gotta be prepared.
Absolutely. Luck is the preparation when opportunity arises. I love that. Well, Christophe, I told you before we started I had some big news.
Yes.
So I had been looking at changing brokerages for a while now. And, as we discussed, the virtual brokerage, the cloud brokerage, the downline brokerage, it just seems so like the thing to do today. I very much am like you. I like brick and mortar. I come into the office every day. I'm in the office. I believe in Caravan. I want to go look at the houses. I want to build that relationship with the agents in my community. Yep. And so we have decided to move to Coldwell Banker here in Atlanta.
I was praying that was the good news.
That is the good news, and I'm hoping that I'm going to see you next week. I hope you're going to make it to Atlanta. Are you?
Oh, absolutely. I'm coming in early. I'm coming in on Sunday night, so maybe we'll have another dinner at Le Bouquet. because
Oh,
you have one in
wonderful.
Atlanta. Our favorite
Yes.
place in Dallas, we
Yeah.
go together, right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. But I'm so excited. And when I saw you in Vegas at the luxury event a few months ago at the Coldwell Banker dinner, I'm like, what are you doing here? And of course, you couldn't say anything or whatever. But I've been praying and hoping, and I was going to text you this morning and ask you, but you answered the question. So I am so thrilled about that. And particularly for you, you are so well known in the industry. You provide so much value, and not just in the U.S., but I'm sure now worldwide. You've spoken in Europe, and I'm going to speak in Europe in November in Spain. I think you spoke in Spain or Barcelona, right?
I did. I spoke in Granada.
Got it. Yes. So I'm so thrilled you're coming because one of the best things about Coldwell Banker is it truly is a real international company. So when we come to your town in Atlanta, already my friends that own Coldwell Banker France, Italy, Switzerland, and Belgium are going to be there. Laurent Vanda, who I've known since they started the company 12 years ago. Cassiano Sabatini, who owns part of Spain, and then my friend Roberto, who owns Italy. My friend who owns so all of my broker friends that own the franchises outside the U.S. are all going to be there. My friend who owns India, my friend who owns China. These are important. I mean, these are great people, first of all, for you to connect with. So I cannot wait to introduce you to them all because they will love you, as everyone does. And you'll start building those new connections.
Well, Christophe, I appreciate it, and I have to tell you, you were such an important piece of the puzzle for me. Having the opportunity to affiliate with a company that has agents of your caliber, and you've been there your entire career.
Yeah.
And it just, in my head, it was just a very, very easy decision. And I'm honored to be associated with Coldwell Banker, and I can't wait to see you next week in Atlanta.
Me too. And you are the creme de la creme, and that's really part of why I joined the company. Is that I was 18 years old, but I wanted the best company that held the best luxury properties and the best brokers to work with because we are part of a family, right?
Right.
And to this day, I mean, when you look at now that you're part of the company, the Jade Mills, the Joyce Rays, the top brokers, they've all been with this company for 35, 40 years in this office. We're all in the same office. And just the quality of people and the quality of the company and everything. So I'm just so thrilled. It's going to just really be an amazing opportunity for all of us at Coldwell Banker. I mean, luckily I knew you before, but you're going to be there, and Gen Blue is going to be lots of fun, lots of good events, and really the best networking with the top luxury brokers from around the country. And you probably know most of them already, but I'll definitely be introducing you. We'll be hanging out a lot.
I can't wait. I had a special outfit made for the event. So,
Coldwell Banker Blue?
Absolutely, you know it. So I can't wait to see it and share the good times and see you in person and hug your neck. And Christophe, I have to tell you, you are someone who embraced me when I entered into the coaching ecosystem of Tom Ferry, and I've learned so much from you, from stage, from sitting with you at the table, meeting your lovely wife, sitting with you in your city, and I am so honored that you would be with me today, and I'm so honored to call you my friend. So thank you,
Well, I
my
feel the
friend.
same exact way. You know that.
Thank you, thank you, thank
And then we're
you.
really even closer now that we're in the same. We'll see each other more every year.
It's like we're cousins.
Yes.
I love it. I
Because this
love
is our
it.
Gen Blue International, and then we have our luxury event once a year also, which is just strictly luxury. So yeah, it'll be great, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, and you'll meet a lot of new interesting people that I know you'll truly enjoy.
Yeah, I'm totally excited. Christophe, thank you for being on Glennda's Guru. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been a pleasure as always. And thank you for watching Glennda's Guru, exclusive to the Glennda Gazette, my newsletter. If you'd like to sign up, please go to theglendagazette.com.